Hello, beauties. Welcome back to another fabulous confabulation with me, Jay Mills. Now, today I have a pleasure with speaking with a beauty who has a heart for fashion. She created her own brand and she created her own movement called Think Pink. Her goal is to use her passion for fashion to empower women of all ages. I would like to welcome Miczjhane Clay. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so we're just going to get started. You just finished your sophomore year at Savannah College of Arts and Design. How do you like college?
College is definitely different from high school. I feel like I like the freedom of college and, of course, learning because that's what we go there for. But college has really helped me find myself, and as I continue to find myself, it's played a vital part because there's no one telling you what to do. So it's kind of like a forced environment, like make good decisions. This is what you know you're not supposed to do. This is what you know that you're supposed to do. So it's kind of really like where you learn to tighten yourself up. And I feel like it's more beneficial that way. When someone tells you to do something, it's always, easy to listen. But to really crack down and make yourself do what you know to be right is amazing.
So are you like a part of any clubs or anything?
Well, aside from a club, I'm a RA. I don't know if you know what that means, but I'm a resident assistant. So I'm in charge of people who live in the building. So like if they have problems or things that they're going through in school or personally, I'm there like to talk to them about it. And like that's like a 24/7 job. Like I have to be there when they need me. I have residents who live on my floor that I'm responsible for. But in addition to that, I'm a part of the Black Student Association. Okay. So being that I go to a multicultural school, that's also been like a good balance of home and school for me because I don't see a lot of people like me, so I really appreciate
definitely. That. And now, how did fashion become like a passion of yours? Was it always a passion or?
Well, yeah, I've definitely always had a passion for fashion, but once I moved to Jackson, New Jersey, and I attended Jackson Liberty High School, I was offered like the opportunity to go to a vocational school for half of the day. And I went to the vocational school for fashion merchandising and design. And there I was introduced to sewing, fashion forecasting, styling, a whole bunch of things like that. And I never sewed before, and I made this one dress, and it took me to this competition, and I placed first place gold in the state of New Jersey. Wow. And it was like, this is weird, like I've never sewed before, so to be able to do that, something I've never done and accelerate so well, I just stuck with it. It was like almost confirmation. Like I knew I loved fashion, but to see the reward of my love for fashion come to fruition was definitely amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep.
And how would you define fashion? Like in your own words.
If I could use one word to define fashion, I would say expression. Because fashion necessarily isn't expensive clothing or who wears the clothing, but I feel like, or let me backtrack, I don't think it's what you wear, I think it's who wears it and why they do it, because especially now, people go so much to what's trending and don't really make the decision to step out of the box and do something that they've never seen before. So I would definitely say fashion has always been an expression for me, and it allows me to say things without even opening my mouth.
Yeah. You can definitely like tell how a person is by the way they dress. For sure. Do you have any favorite fashion designers?
I'm really into I love Oscar de la Renta. Michael Costello, especially when I was like doing prom shopping and stuff like that. Like he does really extravagant stuff, and now he sews for Beyonce, and I was like following him when he wasn't, so it was like good to see his progress. But like I don't know if you know Betsy Johnson.
Yes.
But like her as a person is like how I want to be like when I'm old. Like I want to have like crazy blonde hair and like wear all these bright colors because. She's not, like, living off of fashion, but, like, fashion is definitely living through her. Like, you can tell, like, she's passionate about what she does. And even in, like, her 60s and 70s, like, she still manages to do what she does in an amazing way. So, she's really one of my big inspirations.
Now, do they inspire, like, some of your work?
I would say Betsy inspires some of my work because of her exotic prints and her exotic, pattern styles. Oscar and Michael Costello, I just love their craftsmanship.
Yeah.
But as I've been going through college, I find myself going more down the urban route. Like before, I used to like getting dressed. Well, I always like getting dressed up.
Yeah.
But I find myself being a little more risque, and I enjoy that.
So can you just tell some of the beauties like what you do? Like I know you do chokers, you do shirts. Is there anything else that you're planning to do?
Well, right now, being a college student is kind of hard juggling everything, but I am, like I said, I am making chokers. I definitely am doing way more styling than actually designing, being that I have changed my major from fashion design to fashion marketing and management. So yeah, now it's not so much about making the garment, but it's putting the entire look together and helping people find their brand and their aesthetic.
Okay. And can you talk about Think Pink, your movement?
Of course. So Think Pink started out as a volunteer session that my mom's friend, Miss Lisa Hall, as you know, Miss Lisa Hall did a one-day workshop with all girls, and when we think of girls, we think of pink, but I wanted to give pink a deeper meaning, so I came up with the acronym, and the P is for powerful, the I, innovative, the N, noble, and the K, keen. And I really wanted to focus on the fact that girls aren't known by this color because it's just a girly color, but that there's actually meaning behind that word, and it's just evolved since then. Like, it started out as a one event, and I've really molded it into a brand and something that a lot of girls have been going with, and hopefully more continue to.
So you've gotten, like, a lot of positive feedback.
Of course. We had our last event this past weekend, but before that, we had about, like, 45 girls sign up to be, like, glow girls. So, and glow girls are what our Think Pink girls are referred to as. So I think that's amazing.
And how could some of the beauties who watch this be a glow girl?
Well, if you guys go on my website, maybe Jamila will put it in the link or something, Miczjhane.com. There's a link that says Think Pink, and then it's another link under that. Once you click it, it says Glow Girl, and then there's a submission form. And being a Glow Girl, you really gain a partnership and almost a mentorship as well, and someone to be accountable to you as you go through your daily life process.
Yeah, that's really good, because a lot of girls need that, especially like a sisterhood and someone to follow. For sure. Which is kind of why I have my blog too. And you also do public speaking. Were you always comfortable with that, or was that something that took time? Like, I know you speak at events and stuff like that.
Definitely it didn't really take that much time, but it took time. Like, I've always been a talker, so it was like, I'm always talking, like, I can do this, and then, like, when I got to my first event, I was like, wait, I can't do this, like, the words aren't coming out, like, I'm nervous. My mom's like, it's fine, you're just talking, like, you always talk, and I'm just like, alright, so, like, it took some adjusting. Yeah. But I think the more I did it, and the more I saw how it impacted these girls, it was just a heartwarming feeling, really. And it became more about them than about me. And it was like, I feel like sometimes, like, God places us in certain situations that we can't, or we don't understand. And it's not for our glory, but it's for glory to God, and also to help someone else, you know? And I feel like that's when you know you're doing what you're meant to do, when it's uncomfortable, but it's making an impact. So, for sure.
Yeah, so public speaking was more kind of natural for you. Right. Because I know for me, like, when I have to present at school or something, it's kind of, like, nerve-wracking. And, like, sometimes you, like, forget what you're going to say.
No, I feel like everyone has those moments, like, do I want to do this? Right. Like, let me think twice. Maybe somebody else can go or something like that.
You go for me.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. I still get those jittery moments, too, of course. I feel like we're human. We're natural. And that's what keeps us humble. Right. Like, if we had it all together, then it wouldn't be. Yeah.
What are some tips or advice you'd give to the beauties that want to be in the fashion field?
One thing I would say is, don't let people set your boundaries or break your boundaries. That's a good one. And I say that because people try to set your boundaries, which is basically putting you in a box, telling you to do this, do that. And then they break them once you do them. And they're like, you can't do this, that, and the third. And it's like, I always use this funny example. It's like wearing sweatpants with heels. That's something that I do, and it's weird, but it's like, it's what I want to do. And course, it's trending now, so
Yeah,
everyone's like, "Ooh, that's cute."
Yeah, like
but
Rihanna
it's
does.
I was doing this before, yeah, you know what I mean? But
Right.
it's just things that people don't normally think is okay. That's what fashion allows you to express, and that's why I said if I could describe fashion in one word, I would use the word expression, because it really, like, you can't put into words what wearing heels with sweatpants means, but when someone sees it, it's like, she's definitely different. You know what I mean? Or even with, recently, another funny thing I did was wear open-toe shoes with Nike socks. And my dad's like, "You're going to play ball in those heels?" And I'm like, "No, like, whatever." And you know, like,
it's cute.
Yeah, and like, the jokes are there. People are either gonna laugh or they're gonna love it. And either way, I've just learned to be fine with it, because at the end of the day, it's kind of, well, it's not kind of, but it's what I want to do. And it's not like me saying in a spiteful way, like, I'm going to do what I want to do. But I feel like when people notice that you're passionate about what you do, they're able to love you for what you do. So.
And that's good that you're confident, because I know a lot of people, especially in high school, they kind of like just follow a trend.
Yeah, jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, but like that one person that actually dresses like how they like to dress, people actually start to follow them, and then it starts to become a trend. Yeah,
I've always been weird though. Yeah, I feel like going to SCAD, like when everyone's weird, it's like, ooh, like I can do this,
right?
Yeah, so
you're fitting in, but by being yourself,
right? So then I come home and like no one's doing it, and then it's just like, I'm still do it, whatever,
right?
Because I'm so used to that. And that's another thing about SCAD. Like, there's tons of majors. There's, like, graphic designers, photographers, people who do cinematography, videography, everything. Painters, like, everybody. And to see everyone express themselves in their own way and not care is amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Were there any difficulties, like, in your fashion journey, like branding yourself or your website? Was there any people that said, like, you can't do this, or, like, that kind of made you self-doubt yourself?
Yeah, I feel like there are people who doubt me, and they support me too. And it's funny because a lot of people who say I can't do it, I know them, and we have conversation, and they're at all my events, and they're like, "Oh, I'm rooting for you, and you're gonna do this," and it's like, I don't look at it as doubt. I look at it as data. They're not doubting me. They're taking data and they're finding a way. How can I do that?
Right.
And not to sound arrogant or cocky, but in a sense, when people don't like you or when people don't agree with what you do, it's because they aspire something that's about you that either can never be about them or that they want it to be about them and it isn't now. And that's what something me and my friends always say, is there's enough for everybody to eat.
Right. Like,
there's so much in numbers. And I know the Bible says if one can chase 1,000, two can chase 10,000. And that's so true. Like, people, especially females, don't realize that if we all come together, especially being a black female, we have so much power. But especially now in our generation, it's just so much of a competition when it doesn't need to be. So my doubters are my supporters.
And how do you do with that? Do you just let it be, leave it alone?
Yeah, I had like a recent scenario. Weird. I had a recent scenario with this like last week, and at first I was like, I'm from New York. I want to get real crazy, get real hood. And I'm like, Jesus working on me, so I'm Jesus working on me, so I'm relaxed. And it was just like me doing that is giving them what they want, and that's me coming down off of my pedestal and putting them up and giving them glory and really allowing what they tried to do to work. So. It's very hard, but I've just been brushing things off. And not only with female, everything. If it's something that's going to distract me, I don't need it. Even if I got to delete them and that causes another problem, oh, well, it's deleted. Right. Why'd you delete me? It's my profile. I can delete whoever I want. I can accept whoever I want. And that's really just the space I'm in, because growth takes separation. So if it's going to take me secluding myself from people who are bashing me or speaking negatively towards me, then so be it. Yeah,
because you have to kind of, if you give them energy, that's what they want.
Feed off of it,
keep on going.
For sure.
It's best to just kind of stay away from that. When you get out of college, what are you planning to do? You want to start your own business, work for someone?
So I definitely don't want to work for people. No. One, that means I'm going to have to wake up early. And two, that that means that all of what I'm doing now is it's not gonna go to waste, but it's gonna be like I was working for myself when I was how old?
Right.
But on a serious note, I want to have my own styling agency. So what I want to do is provide services. You know, like when we have big events like prom, weddings, or even a photo shoot or like a night event, we have to go to the nail salon, go to the hair salon, find an outfit or whatever like that. I want to have an agency and train people in my facility who do hair, who do nails, who train stylists, and like almost like Rent the Runway, but all in the same facility, like the hair, the nails, the makeup, like this big beauty bar. So it's a one-stop shop. Whatever their event is, if they got to come at 2 and they're out at 6, at least they didn't have to run across town to do all these different things. So definitely having those people trained to provide all those services well is what I want, because it's hard to find somebody who, like, I have to go to 2 different places just to get my nails done and my eyebrows done, because I'm like, this lady got my eyebrows pencil thick. So, yeah. I just want a facility that does everything.
That's smart. Can I be your first customer?
Yes.
Like when I become a singer and actor, have
girl,
to go to the red carpet, I'll come to you.
Yep, for sure.
All right. So, is there any other advice you would like to give the beauties watching?
I would just say, like I said before, be true to you. You know, excuse me. You know what you're capable of, and even if you don't, spend time with yourself, and don't be afraid to spend alone time with yourself and figure it out. Life is a journey, and like you said, we're beauties, so we're taking this journey together. So, definitely.
Thank you.
No problem.
And I have something for you. Aww. Here you go. This is a shirt.
Thank you.
You can open it now. Wait.
I'm going to open it now and show the beauties my shirt. Do you have a hashtag so I can post it when I wear it?
Yeah, hashtag girls with beauty.
Oh,
hashtag
this is
girls
so
with
cute.
grace.
Y'all, look at my shirt. I'm going to be wearing this shirt. I'm going to hashtag it.
And I have my Glow Girl shirt, too.
Yep, she got her Glow Girl shirt.
I wore mine to school, so I couldn't really wear it today.
Yep, I'm going to post my shirt, and I'm going to hashtag it, and I encourage you guys to get your shirt, too.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Like and follow Beauty and Brain.
Yes, and I'll tag your stuff in the link.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed this. Bye. Oh, and remember, Miczjhane is a girl with beauty and brains, and so are you.